Alright, let's dive into this chaos. Imagine a tournament where even a dominant team like Trent Rockets can't relax with a 4-point lead. That's the 100-20-26 for you, a pressure cooker where every ball could rewrite the standings. Personally, I think this is what makes T20 leagues so addictive, the illusion of control. Teams think they're safe, then BAM, net run rate drama or a last-minute upset flips everything. Let's unpack who's sweating and who's cruising. First, the men's race. Rockets look untouchable at 20 points, but here's the twist, their net run rate, plus 0.893, isn't astronomically high. In my opinion, that's a red flag. Remember 2021? The top team got knocked out because a lower-ranked side smashed them in a must-win. So while Rockets have one foot in the final, they're not out of the woods. And MI London and Welsh Fire sitting on 16 points each. Don't sleep on them. Fire's minus 0.537 NRR is dragging them down, but if they win their remaining games, they could force a tie. What this really suggests is that the Eliminator might be a tactical chess match, not just a formality. Now, let's talk about the dark horses, Manchester Supergiants and Sunrisers. Both on 12 points, but Sunrisers have a game in hand. A detail I find fascinating. Supergiants plus 0.495 NRR versus Sunrisers plus 0.348. That tiny gap could decide who crashes the Eliminator party. And poor Southern Brave, stuck on 8 points. They're the definition of mathematically possible but realistically doomed. Unless they pull off a miracle run and other teams collapse, they're toast. But hey, cricket's weird enough to happen, right? Switching to the women's side, Rockets and Southern Brave are running away with the top 2 spots. But wait, Manchester Supergiants lurk at 14 points. If they beat Sunrisers and Fire this week, they could create a 3-way tie. What makes this really interesting is the head-to-head between Rockets and Brave on August 10th. That match isn't just for bragging rights, it's for avoiding the Eliminator. Imagine Brave winning that game, suddenly, the team that dominated the group stage gets ambushed in a knockout. This raises a deeper question, is the Eliminator a thrilling wild card or a cruel punishment for inconsistent teams? And let's not ignore the bottom feeders. MI London, Birmingham Phoenix, and London Spirit are all clinging to survival. MI finally got a win, better late than never, but they still need miracles. Birmingham Phoenix, though, have 3 games left. If they beat Sunrisers on Friday, they could claw back into contention. But let's be honest, their NRRs are abysmal. Phoenix's minus 1.954. That's not a stat, it's a resignation letter. One thing that immediately stands out here is how brutal the 100 is for underperforming teams. There's no soft group stage, every loss compounds your fate. Net run rate, the silent villain of tournament cricket. If you take a step back and think about it, this metric often decides who advances when points are tied. For example, men's teams like Supergiants and Sunrisers could end up with identical points but wildly different NRRs. Is this fair? In my opinion, NRR adds edge but can punish teams for factors beyond their control, like rain-affected games. Yet, it's the great equalizer here. Without it, we'd have endless tiebreakers. Boring. The final fixtures. Absolute carnage. The August 9th clash between Sunrisers and Welsh Fire could eliminate one contender instantly. And Rockets vs Brave on August 10th. A de facto semi-final weeks early. What many people don't realize is how these matchups create ripple effects. If Brave lose to Rockets but beat Supergiants later, they might still coast to second. Or if Sunrisers upend Fire, they could hijack third place. It's a Jenga tower of possibilities. So, what's my takeaway? The 100 isn't just about talent, it's about nerves. Teams like MI London or Birmingham Phoenix are already playing with house money, which makes them dangerous. Meanwhile, the top dogs are tightropers trying not to fall. If you're a fan, this is the time to binge-watch every game. Because in the 100, the line between glory and heartbreak. Paper thin. Drop your predictions, who's your dark horse? Let's argue in the comments.